Hello there, kaiju fans, and welcome to another video from the Godzilla x Kong series brought to you by Marvelous Videos. We've been covering all of the news regarding the leaks and rumors surrounding the release of the 5th installment of the MonsterVerse series Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Hang tight as we expand on the lore of the Hollow Earth Titans and bring you detailed information about every new monster who joins the universe. In this video, we discuss the introduction of a beloved Toho character to the MonsterVerse mythos, Space Godzilla. That's right, G-fans, Space Godzilla might make it to the MonsterVerse, and we're here to tell you everything you need to know to welcome the crystal version of the King of the Monsters. So strap your seatbelts on as we journey to the Hollow Earth and answer the question, who is Space Godzilla in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire?
Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Tracing the origins of Space Godzilla. When a sample of Godzilla's DNA somehow gets cast into space, it enters a black hole, mutating into a crystalline life form, and then later exits through a white hole. This crystalline life form travels rapidly through space, absorbing the energy from nearby exploding stars, and mutates into the monstrosity known as Space Godzilla, making his debut into the 1994 Toho film Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. This monster was introduced as a clone of Godzilla with huge crystalline spikes replacing the dorsal plates of Godzilla all through its back, with the addition of 2 massive crystalline towers on his shoulders. The exact reasoning behind the mysterious casting of Godzilla's DNA into outer space isn't clear, as there are 2 explanations theorized by the film's character. One is that in 1993, when Mothra left Earth after battling Godzilla, she might have carried Godzilla's DNA that she unwittingly caught during her battle with the Monster King. The other theory suggests that when Biollante was disintegrated into energy spores that rose into the sky, some of Godzilla's genetic material could have escaped Earth's atmosphere as Biollante was spawned as a result of Godzilla's DNA being spliced with that of a human and a rose. Either theory makes Space Godzilla the undeniable clone of the King of the Monsters from outer space. Space Godzilla had numerous ways of shooting various energy beams with different levels of impact, but the main ability we're interested in is Space Godzilla's geokinesis. Space Godzilla had the ability to make gigantic crystalline structures rise out of the earth. He can summon these huge crystals in humongous numbers to aid him in battle, both for offensive and defensive purposes. He uses these crystals as a source of energy in battle and, if necessary, could make them fly into the air and propel them at his opponents. It takes Godzilla's tremendous strength and copious amounts of help from humans to battle Space Godzilla. Analyzing the evidence, Space Godzilla's potential role in the MonsterVerse. Let's first lay out all the available pieces of information in a row. In the 4th episode of the TV show Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, Dr. Barnes contacted the main headquarters to warn them after picking up a series of worrisome readings from Monarch Outpost 47 in Utah. She detects energy spikes coming from Alaska, similar to that of a pulsar, which is a supermassive black hole from outer space. The characters end up discovering an ice titan in Alaska at the end of the episode and a giant hole near it, possibly implying that this pulsar-like energy resides in Hollow Earth. This paves the way for the existence of a black hole, maybe multiple black holes within Hollow Earth, which then subsequently paves the way for, you guessed it, Space Godzilla. Further, in the concept art included in the book Godzilla vs. Kong: One Will Fall, The Art of Ultimate Battle Royale, a cave mural depicting a great battle was showcased. Both members of the Godzilla and Kong species combined to fight against a giant winged Godzilla-like figure. The mural depicts an evil version of Godzilla that united the enemy species into working together. The lore behind it suggests that the winged Godzilla was referred to as Zozla Halawa by the ancient humans of Hollow Earth. According to the legends, the Zozla Halawa was a member of the Titanus Gojira specimen that ate a star and gained wicked power. He was also said to be responsible for the beginning of the Great Titan War, and legends tell that he was defeated and banished into a vortex deep inside Hollow Earth. Eating a star was an ancient saying used by the humans of a Hollow Earth to describe when a Gojira would absorb massive amounts of radiation of any form. This Gojira would be called Zla-Halawa by the ancient humans, and it was said that absorbing huge amounts of power turned the monster insane. They believed the star drove them wicked and turned the Zla-Halawa hostile against all species. Remember Gojira hibernating inside a glacier and absorbing all the pink radiation? We believe that that phenomenon is our known and loved Godzilla, absorbing this wicked pink energy from Hollow Earth to turn himself into a Zla for his big fight with Shimu. We ought to recollect that this pink crystalline version of Godzilla attacks Kong in Egypt by firing his pink atomic breath right at Kong and tearing through the Great Pyramids in the process. This could be the result of the insane effects this pink energy has on their host and ends up turning our Godzilla hostile against Kong. This ancient wicked flying version of Godzilla could very well be how we get introduced to Space Godzilla in the Monsterverse. Possibilities for the future. It is time to analyze the laid out pieces of information now that we've taken a good look at them. We don't believe we might actually get to see Space Godzilla making an appearance in the flesh, for the upcoming Monsterverse film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire already has two very competent foes to go up against our heroes, and we think that it is the perfect amount of enemies to fight for one film. However, we do believe the story behind Godzilla's new evolved pink version will tie in the lore of Space Godzilla into the Monsterverse. The mention of the source for Godzilla's evolution will subtly clear the path for the crystal version of the King of the Monsters to make an extravagant entry in a future film. With the confirmation of black holes inside Hollow Earth, all that's needed for the completed recipe of Space Godzilla is Godzilla's DNA, of which we have plenty lying around. With all the evidence now clearly analyzed, we believe that not teasing Space Godzilla and GXK to set up a future Monsterverse project would be a missed opportunity. Comparing the mythologies, Space Godzilla and the Monsterverse. Let us take you back to where all the speculation and theory started, originating about Space Godzilla becoming a part of the Monsterverse. We want you to recollect the glorious final shot of the first trailer of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, which showed evolved Godzilla and Kong with his beast glove charging into battle at full speed. Now recollect the background of that shot and you will see gigantic green crystalline structures protruding out of various surfaces inside the Hollow Earth. Now recollect the geokinesis ability of Space Godzilla we discussed earlier in the video, and you will know that it is not too difficult to connect the dots. These green crystals were not seen in the previous films whenever we see Hollow Earth, and their introduction in the new film sets off a Chekhov's gun, which only points to the incorporation of Space Godzilla into the Monsterverse, as he is literally the crystalline doppelganger of the King of the Monsters. It's not possible for a Godzilla fan to see gigantic crystals coming out of the earth and not think about Space Godzilla. We have it on good authority, knowing the director of GXK, Adam Wingard, as a huge fan of the Godzilla franchise, will not have the said crystals in his Godzilla film just because they look cool. Marvelous verdict. The promising sequel to 2021's legendary Godzilla vs. Kong is all the hype out there, and the second trailer has the fandom more excited than ever. The new film, however, seems to lean heavily on forms of crystalline energy with Godzilla's new crystal form. The crystal structures in Hollow Earth, the mysterious blue crystal at the end of Scar King's weapon Whiplash, and maybe a little more. We believe it might be a nod to Space Godzilla because we think that would fit as the right explanation for the introduction of crystal-based energy in the Monsterverse. And honestly, we want Space G to be a part of the Monsterverse. With Legendary Films doing a great job at realizing the original Toho monsters using modern animation technology, we couldn't be anything but excited for more monsters to join the lore. Make sure you stay tuned to Marvelous videos for more updates on Godzilla x Kong. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button and comment below about which other movie reviews you would want to watch. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.